People have a lot of misconceptions about what it's like to suffer from schizophrenia. In this video, we'll go through the top 10 myths and tell you the truth about this serious mental disorder. Myth number 1. Schizophrenia results in the development of multiple personalities. Many people mistake schizophrenia for dissociative personality disorder, which is a condition in which a person has two or more identities, or personas, but experts aren't sure why this misconception exists. Hallucinations and delusions are common symptoms of schizophrenia, but the condition does not lead to the development of multiple personalities. Myth number 2. Schizophrenia may turn you into a violent or dangerous person. In movies and other forms of media, it may seem like having schizophrenia makes a person unstable and more likely to hurt others. In reality, though, having the disease doesn't make a person more likely to hurt others. In fact, studies have shown that someone with this condition may be more likely to be the victim of a violent crime. Myth number 3. Schizophrenia is due to poor parenting practices. It is unclear to even the most knowledgeable specialists what precisely triggers schizophrenia. There are a number of things that can put you at risk for developing this condition, such as your genetics, whether or not you've ever had a brain infection, whether or not your mother had any difficulties while she was pregnant with you, whether or not you've ever used drugs, and whether or not you've ever been under unmanageable levels of stress. Myth number 4. If your parent has schizophrenia, you'll get it too. Even though schizophrenia may run in families, this does not always guarantee that it will. Because there is more than one gene that contributes to your chance of acquiring it. Just because your parent has it does not mean that you will definitely get it. Myth number 5. You have a low IQ if you have schizophrenia. One small study discovered that individuals diagnosed with schizophrenia had a decreased IQ following the onset of their condition. According to the findings of other research, some individuals who suffer from schizophrenia have extremely high IQs. If you have the disease, it does not automatically mean that you are smarter or less clever than others who do not have it. Myth number 6. You will have to live in a facility. When schizophrenia was less well known, people suffering from it were frequently institutionalized for fear of posing a threat to the general population. However, because of recent developments in medicine and a deeper understanding of mental illness, it is now possible to get the necessary treatment and counseling while continuing to live and work in the community. Myth number 7. You are unable to hold down a job. People who have schizophrenia have the potential to be effective workers who contribute significantly to their companies. According to research, it is the stigma associated with the condition, not the symptoms themselves, that makes it more difficult to get employment in the first place. Myth number 8. It all begins with an episode of psychosis. The majority of the time, a psychotic episode is what leads to a diagnosis. But research has shown that the majority of the time, individuals experience progressive changes in their thinking, mood, and social functioning before a diagnosis is made. Myth number 9. You cannot recover from schizophrenia. Even though there is no known cure for schizophrenia at this time, the condition may be managed with medication, and it is possible to have a normal, productive life with schizophrenia. Many studies show that if someone starts the right treatment soon after their first episode, their symptoms get much better, and in some cases, they go away completely. Myth number 10. Schizophrenia can be diagnosed with a blood test. There is not a single indicator that can tell your doctor for certain that you have the illness. In order to properly diagnose schizophrenia, a patient will need to go through a battery of tests and answer questions regarding their symptoms and behavior throughout time. Those are the 10 most common misconceptions people have about schizophrenia. If you have any questions of your own, or other thoughts about this video, please leave us a comment. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for the latest from Red Button Journal. Thanks for joining us.